You guys, good morning. It is Monday, October 1st. It's 9:53 a.m. right now, and I am just kind of settling in. I made my breakfast. I got up, did a little bit of work, and then just made some breakfast. And I'm going to sit here and answer some emails. And yeah, so I don't know exactly where this vlog is going to take us this week, but I edited last weekend's vlog last night, and there's definitely a lot of improvements and changes I want to make. And one of them being that I don't want to necessarily like sit here and ramble like this to you guys. At least not for the entire vlog. I feel like I did that too much in the last video. So I'm going to try to do sort of a mashup of the highlights of this week, not necessarily take you through every single thing. But, I think the conversational style is kind of fun sometimes. So, yeah. Come in. So, by the way, here's my breakfast. Grapefruit juice with mint, a bagel, an avocado toasted bagel. I'm going to do my nails. By the way, isn't this, I just need to do another coat, but it's called Time is Money, but thyme, like the herb. Oh, love the pun. And love this color. It's like a really gorgeous gray green. And some coffee. Good morning. It's Tuesday. It is 9:05 a.m. I've been sitting here on the couch drinking some coffee for the last 35 minutes or so, listening to a podcast, doing some writing. So now I am actually going to do something that I've wanted to try for a while, that one of my favorite bloggers and influencers, Lauren Everett's Bostic, who runs the Skinny Confidential, does, which is answer for emails and do like kind of the light, fluffy kind of work tasks while walking on the treadmill. Gym. I'm gonna go on the treadmill for like 30 minutes and just like breeze through like checking Twitter and Instagram and emails and all of that kind of like lighter stuff before I really get into like the more rigorous tasks of the workday. So I'm excited to try this out. By the way, I'm having such a hard time talking right now. Just in general, I'm so frustrated because it's a little TMI, I think, but I have this canker sore on my bottom like gum right here, changing the way that I'm talking and eating. So now I have like this big piece of almost like scar tissue at the corner of my lip. It's so sexy, and it's making me talk. It just hurts when I like move my mouth, basically. So I'm gonna stop moving my mouth right now and get ready to go to the gym. Okay, recording back live from Soho now. That was pretty successful. I spent about 30 or 35 minutes on a treadmill. I actually kind of sort of did intervals in a way where I would walk on 3.0 and do my emails and all that stuff, and then I would switch occasionally and do a song's worth on nothing too heavy, only like 5.0, which is like a steady run for me. So it was good though, and I'm at that point, sometimes this happens, where if I exert a lot of effort in the beginning of the day, especially if I haven't really eaten anything, I sort of get like tired. I get sleepy, and I'm experiencing a little bit of that fatigue now because all I've really had today is coffee and water, and my body's like, we're exhausted, we're tired. Technically I did
fasted cardio, which is when you do cardio on or before you eat anything on a completely empty stomach. There's conflicting information as to whether that's effective or not. I kind of enjoy the fact that you have to sort of push yourself mentally. But yeah, anyway, it's like 10:15 or something like that, and I'm just going to my first working destination of the day, and I'll check in with you later.
Guys, I forgot to vlog, and so much has happened. To me, you do really have to like remember to do this. So yeah, let's do it this way. So right now it is 10:48. My gosh, I have the craziest morning. I actually just got done with a job interview because I am looking for a part-time job. Just doing something just to kind of supplement my income, honestly. So nothing like super intense, but I just interviewed for a front desk position at Heyday, which is like a modern spa and skincare place. And oh my god, the morning I had to get here, oh my god, because I was out on a date actually last night, and I didn't get home. Well, the date didn't start till 11:30, granted, but I did not get home until 3 in the morning last night. 3 in the morning. So I was then scrambling because I had to come all the way to the Upper East Side. So I was trying to like do some work this morning, work emails, get myself like ready and on the train and all the way to Upper East. And long story short, I was late. The other weird part of it was that they were like, make sure to print your resume and blah blah blah, and of course I don't have a printer, so I was trying to run to Staples to print it, which made me even later, and it was going to take way too long, so I didn't do it. But now we're done. I don't know how it went, honestly. I feel like it was pretty good. I don't know if it was outstanding. I'm at Irving Farm Coffee Roasters right across the street, so I have to take advantage. I also need to get home for some calls that are happening. I have like my therapy appointment at 1, and I have a work call right after that, so I'm gonna have to get home and leave here around noon. But I figured, like, let me park myself here for an hour, blow through some work, and then go back home. Hey guys, it's Thursday. Wow, so yesterday was a little bit of a whirlwind, crazy day. And sometimes I was thinking about, before I started recording, what I wanted to say about yesterday and today, because I had gone to bed really early last night, or early for me, which is like 11:30, and knew I wanted to sleep in since I only slept 4.5 hours the night before, and I knew I would feel awful if I didn't get enough sleep today. So I slept 9 hours. I slept till like 8:30. So I feel super rested and ready to go today. But the problem sometimes when I sort of set myself up like that is that I kind of have to jump like straight into working. I don't really have the chance to do anything in the morning. I just kind of have to like jump in, and I have had a lot of work tasks to do, and just kind of have like a really busy work week. So I've just been working on a bunch of different documents all morning. It's like 2 o'clock though, so like until now. I did manage to throw in some laundry at home before I left this morning,
and just did like a little cleaning, decluttering of some stuff. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's 2 o'clock. And, you know, I'm like just kind of getting a break in the day now. And it's not necessarily because I've been doing things back to back. I've just had so much to do, and I had to basically wake up and go straight into the day today. But I know exactly what I'm doing the rest of the day. I had thought about going to this event that's kind of for women in tech, and I don't know, and it's funny because when I signed up for it, it was totally free. I kind of thought it was a stretch. By the way, look at how cool this view behind me is. Isn't that like magical? And I just like my sweatshirt. I feel like I totally fit into the Soho vibe right now. But anyway, I thought it was a little bit of a stretch because I'm kind of in tech, but more in the comms aspect of tech. But I signed up for it anyway. And then I had gotten an email like right before I went to bed, of course, and I didn't actually open it, which now I'm kicking myself for not opening it. But it was about the event. And I didn't open it just because I was like, oh, like whatever, you know. Sometimes they send like pre-event emails. And yeah, so I actually didn't end up opening it until like 1:30 today. And actually somebody had reached out to me who was organizing it, and they were going through the attendee list and had kind of said the same thing I did, which was that they didn't think necessarily this event would be the best fit for me because I'm not like hard tech, and that's kind of what the recruiters at this event are looking for. But they had an opening for an event assistant to actually work the event, and it pays $100 on PayPal. And I'm in this mode of like, give me a job, I'll do it. Give me money, I'll do whatever you want. So I was like, oh my God, I have got to get on this. So I quickly emailed her back, but considering the event is tonight, I was like, I wonder if they found someone already. And I wish I had like opened the email right before bed instead of being like, oh, I don't need to read this. And so I ended up calling her too because I just wanted to connect more quickly. So I called her, but they did find someone, but she said that I could absolutely work the next event that they do, which isn't going to be till like February. But I figure like, sure, like let's, you know, if I get sort of on it now, then I'll definitely be able to do it next time. So I was like, absolutely, I'll do it next time. So yeah, so I was a little disappointed that I won't be able to work it tonight, but that's okay. And I have to kind of figure out what I'm doing tonight and what the rest of my day is going to look like. Because I thought about going to a boxing class tonight, but I think I just want to work out on my own today. So I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't have like any other plans. I do a bunch of work stuff in terms of like my own work stuff that I could probably do. I'm also working on a bunch of writing, so I might kind of park myself somewhere and do that. I don't know, we'll see. But it's kind of a quiet Thursday around here, and yeah, I think that's about it. The best I could. I did a little bit of like sneaking rubbing during my date that I just went on, and I was like, it's gonna be a quiet Thursday night, but I ended up I had a call, and essentially I'm doing another freelance project, which is great, although I have lots of projects going on right now. And kind of started to do some preliminary things for it. And then I ended up going on a date. So it actually was not a quiet Thursday night. My gosh. Here's the thing, you guys. So here's what this date taught me about, or just gave me perspective on, I guess. Because, so today in the middle of the afternoon, I got a message from someone on OkCupid that I had been chatting with a few weeks ago. And like we had planned to go out, but like he just, I don't know, sort of fell off the face of the planet. I forgot about it, and then he messaged me today and asked if I wanted to like still go out and whatever, and I was like, you know, are you doing anything tonight? And he said no. So I was like, okay. Like, so we ended up going out to the William Vale bar. I was gonna say it's a hotel which has a bar. It's like this beautiful, really famous Brooklyn hotel, and I'd been there one other time for a workout class, but when I did go, I made a mental note that like I've got to come back to this bar. And yeah, so that's what we did. And here's the thing. So there's this other guy that I'm like head over heels for, just like crazy about, like so deeply infatuated. Sounds crazy, but I've only met him once, and he's a workaholic, and also is just not in a place where he really wants to have a relationship or really focus any energy on like dating, which I totally get. And I really respect, because his hustle is serious. So I have a really deep respect for that. And but you know, we've been chatting and stuff, and like I can't even explain the feelings I have for him. And so much of this stuff is biological and chemical, and it's amazing the processes over millions of years of evolution that have developed that essentially can tell you on a cellular level if someone is a good mate for you. And I just feel things for him that I honestly questioned if I would ever feel again for anyone like a month ago. And it honestly blows me away to even think about. But you know, now it's just kind of at this stalemate because he doesn't really want to date, and I think too because he knows that I like him a lot, because I have not been shy about it. He's like hesitant. I think he wants to give me any kind of false hope. So it's kind of been in this weird in-between juxtaposition for a couple weeks. Back to the lesson is that as the guy that I went on the date with tonight, I just had like absolutely no feelings for. There was just no chemistry between us. That we look at life and the way our brains work is just so drastically different. It's just so different, and you know, just not anybody I could ever be a partner with. So I could tell that like he felt the same way. It wasn't like he was in the end of the date. We just like awkwardly looked at each other. Ick. Like I just hate that feeling. I hate it. How little you find this kind of connection with someone. It's just so rare that I just can't let this pass me by in any way. I've got to do everything in my power to not even like make something happen, but just to explore it and to just take it the full route, you know, and not just like stop short because it's easier. Even just like before I met him, like I said, I questioned, would I ever feel that intensely for someone? Because I just was like striking out every which direction that I was swinging. And, you know, then all of a sudden I wasn't. And I'm just like, wow, it's crazy how you just never really know, but it's not something you can plan for either. So just don't settle, you know, like I'm never going to settle for someone that I don't feel this strongly for, like never going to do it again. So tonight's kind of solidified that for me and made me realize what I need to do with that whole situation. So there you go. It's Thursday night. I now have to decide if I'm going to the gym or if I'm going to go home and watch The Real Housewives.